And Mr. Hebert was previously in court and entered pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10 in a motion to revoke his probation. He's on probation for driving while intoxicated third or more. This was unagreed. I've received the updated pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
You have, Your Honor.
Judge. Any additions or corrections to the report?
None more, Judge.
Mr. Parker?
Judge, I mean, my intention, excuse me, was that, and what Ms. Malfina and I talked about is that he had some serious health conditions. He ended up using drugs. I don't know how long he had been using drugs in the past. He and I had a heart-to-heart talk, explaining the situation he's in, and we talked about Safe P being a great option for him. Now, you know, his mind has changed, and I like to let him address the court, but he said being in jail, he's been in there for a while now. He said his mind's clear, and he was here before on oxygen, and he's able to breathe better with his emphysema and all the other issues that he's had. But he's indicated he just wants to take his time. And I mean, my position is that, I mean, I personally think Safe P is probably the best thing for him. But at the same time, if he doesn't want it and then why take him to bed? Somebody else could use it. I'd like to let him address the court, Judge.
So, Mr. Hebert, the recommendation was for potentially Safe P and to get you that help. Are you saying you don't want that?
I'd like to just go back to probation and get help from home.
Well, that's not going to happen.
That's okay.
Yeah. So it's either Safe P or prison.
Safe P. Yes, ma'am.
So here's the thing about Safe P. It's an expensive program. And I don't want you to kind of like what Mr. Parker said, go just take up a bed and we pay $70,000, $80,000 for you to go and you don't get what you need out of it. If you don't go in with the right mindset, then it's going to be a waste of everyone's time. If you want that help, I'm willing to give it to you.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Ms. Malfino?
And if I may respond to one other thing, I think part of his attitude was when he did the PSI is that he was like, you know, I'm on drugs. And I think maybe now that he's been there, he's cleaned up a little bit and not on drugs and realized that the help, he really needs that. And
I mean, you
that's why
tested positive 1 month after having an
Mhm.
angioplasty and a stent. You started using drugs again. So obviously you need some help
Yes, ma'am.
if you're doing that 1 month after that kind of scare. So
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Malfino, anything to add?
No.
So, Mr. Hebert, I'm going to give you this opportunity, and I hope you take advantage of it. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true, freely and voluntarily, find all of those counts true, find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to continue you on probation. Let's see, you were put on in September 25. I'm going to order that as a condition of your probation, you enter and successfully complete the safety program. If there are still ongoing medical needs, then they'll put you in the special needs Safe P to make sure that any of that's taken care of as well. So I'll let them determine which one, but it probably would be the special needs if you're still having some ongoing health issues. This is your opportunity to get clean, live the rest of your life, finish your probation, and not go to prison.
I appreciate it. Thank
You're
you.
not going to get an opportunity like this again, so take advantage of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was not an agreement. So I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. You have some rights to appeal. Can't imagine that you would since I just did what you asked me to do, but here is, if y'all will sign the bottom and then just give him the bottom. Brent Smith?
Thank you, Judge.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning. Are you Brent Smith?
Yes.
And this is cause number 26 DCCR 0128. Mr. Smith was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to burglary of a habitation. It was an agreement. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections?
None more, Judge. Not from the state.
So my concern here is the drug issue and the type of drug specifically with PCP, and I'm not real sure that. I'm just considering potentially ISF for some treatment.
That was part of the recommendation.
I don't see that. I thought it was, I don't,
ISF substance abuse.
It was part of the.
okay, well, it's not on here, but that's what made sense to me, so,
Yes, ma'am. That was part of the deal. That
Okay.
was the only reason probation was
Yeah.
offered in this case.
okay. Got it. All right, so Mr. Smith, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney's office and defer all proceedings.
This is a huge turning point. The judge isn't just giving probation, she's ordering intensive drug treatment and mental health supervision. One mistake from here could erase this second chance and send him straight to prison.
All proceedings, place you on probation for 10 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That is going to include entering and successfully completing the ISF Substance Abuse Track Program. And then once you're released from that, you'll be on the specialized mental health caseload and be required to follow all of the rules, all of the recommended treatment, including medication. Whether you feel like it's something you need or want, if they recommend it, it's going to be part of your probation that you have to follow all of those rules and recommendations. Do you understand? It looks like any other follow-up treatment from after ISF. And obviously you are to remain away from 4325 Galveston Street. You cannot be anywhere near that location. Do you understand? All right, I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. It shows this was an agreement that I followed and you waived your right to appeal. You're very lucky, sir. Because the house that you broke into, most houses that you break into nowadays, you could end up with someone taking care of that on their own, especially if you enter into a law enforcement officer's house and traumatize them and their family. So you understand the seriousness of this. So if you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, this is a great opportunity. You don't have the conviction on your record. We're going to get you the help you need. You can be successful. But the other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation at all, you will be back here in court. You could be found guilty of the offense and sent to prison anywhere in the range of punishment, which is between 2 years and up to 20 years. Do you understand? All right, and go back with the bed.
Thank you, Judge.
In just one hearing, 2 defendants avoided prison, but only because the judge believed they still had a chance to change. Now, the real test begins. Which defendant do you think is more likely to succeed?